Testing, testing. Okay. So this replay review is versus a Terry. I have a bit of experience with this matchup, so hopefully I can give some helpful advice. And if anybody's watching who would like their own matches reviewed, ping me on Discord or leave a comment in the YouTube section and I'll get back to you. I have a nice cup of tea with me, so hopefully I can ramble on for a few hours and impart as much wisdom as I can. Let's see.
Come on, get ready.
Around start jump.
Round one. Fight.
I can predict the future. Jump. 5 HK is nice here. You might get a sweep drink. I don't know about going for this driverish cancel. So after that blocked Echo, I believe you have, or maybe you don't. Sometimes you can get a counter hit there. But either way, it was not the best situation to be in, so make sure you go for a throw and a drink as soon as possible. And if you're against Jamie, there's a very good chance a throw is coming for a throw drink. Nice anti-air. This is not too bad of a position to be in. You've lost maybe 5% of your HP for a drink. And 3 bars, 4 bars. Didn't block the overhead. I would parry that. So I know there's a fireball approaching me, and most likely a drive rush follow-up. So I'll just take the parry, and that will block a high or a low. Maybe not hold the parry until you have more information on the opponent. But this parry will get you above 3 bars, so it will give you a safe drive rush cancel if you need it for a whiff punish into a Shen Shao combo. Or maybe you'll get a back throw, put your opponent in the corner, and it will have enough drive meter to do a decent amount of damage. I would jump here. I actually do a lot of 2LP challenges in the corner, and I would straight away hold up forward and just jump out. So it looks something like this. Sometimes you side swap if you're lucky, but it seems this Terry is playing a bit more defensive and walking back. So I think you can whiff punish this heavy kick that whiffed. I think it's a heavy, yeah. Okay. You know, Shen Shao. Maybe you have walk up throw as well. This is also a good option against players who are a bit too passive. This was a risky DI, but you know, it worked. So you have the side switch combo there. It's good to practice this, but it has a very hard timing. You have to do it just before you hit the ground and press jump 5 HK. And then instantly dash under them, 5 HP into whatever special you want to do. In this case it would be light arrow kick. I'll try one more time. Into safe jump and whatever mix up you want to do. You could also do the Shen Shao combo here. That would also be okay. Try an anti-air with light arrow kick. It'll give you much better rewards. So or go for strike. That would be more ideal. Because you don't get anything off your 2 HP unless you have level 2, and then you could do some more creative stuff. Yeah, 2 HP cancelling to SA2 for an anti-air. It gives you a command grab or drive impact mix-up afterwards, so it can be useful. Maybe when the opponent has lower HP, so the drive impact would be more of a threat. That was a good cross-up. Is that a misinput on the dry rush? Possibly. That happens to me as well. Oh, I see. You're going for the dry rush, 5 HP. Be careful about that. I would go for dry rush, 2 RP. Just in case the Terry jumps, you'll be able to light arrow kick anti-air. think that Terry was ready. You've shown him a drive rush where you failed it, and then the drive rush as an approach option is probably on the top of his mental stack, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna check the drive rush, which is what happened here. At higher levels of play, there's some types of players who will do this very consistently and make it very hard to approach. This is a bit of a risky drive rush cancel. Now normally, I would say this is okay if you're at drink level 0 and you desperately need a 50-50 grab drink to go to drink level 1. But in this case, I don't see the point in what this achieves. Now, let's say you get a hit. Actually, forget I said that. I mean, I think pressuring the opponent for the drive rush count, I mean, you probably would have, like, you know, if the Terry blocked the wrong way. So this drive rush cancel, I would maybe go for a low. Yeah. So if the opponent has to react, you could say that the default option would be holding back. So try and think ahead and go for a drive rush low or a throw. So I mean, this will come down to just observing the opponent and knowing what their defensive habits will be. So Terry whiffs here. Yeah, that was another 2 MP maybe. Yeah. I would go for the 5 HP. It's a bit easier to hit it because it moves you forward a fair amount. Yeah. So in some ways it's good that you're spending your meter to close out the round. But let's see. We're actually plus enough to go for another punch, I think. Yeah, you have to mash this out. So if you, this is plus 6 on block, so make sure. I was gonna say walk up throw or I think make sure you're keeping your turn, because if you're plus 6, why not go for another 5 MP before backing off or choosing a different option like a low or a walk up throw. And now in this position you're fucked, because Terry can loop you over and over again. He has some very strong burnout pressure, and he could probably kill you just from chip and just from looping this pressure over and over again. Okay, you're lucky that wasn't losing the round straight away. Yeah, it's that. That can happen for as long as Terry needs it to go on for. So you will have to gamble on SA1 to get out of it. But overall, there was some good offense in that round. You know, you're spending a meter. It's just a matter of I guess committing to your offense more So you were going for dry rush 5 MP and then doing nothing. Against people below master rank, a lot of mashing is going to happen, so I would definitely advise keep pushing buttons, keep striking when it's your turn, because you'll get a counter hit into target combo, strike throw, or when you did 2 drive rush counters at the end of the round, you might get a lucky hit that you can confirm and spend your resources to kill and go for lethal. This dry rush 5 HP is risky. Because a neutral jump will get you punish counted. So make sure you're going for dry rush 2 LP. You can also go for dry rush 2 MK. There is a very nice thing you can do where you hit the Shen Shao, you get +1 drink and corner at round start. If you go for drive rush 2 MK, drive rush cancel Shen Shao. So if you know your opponent's walking back on round start, it's a very, very good way to open the round, and it'll give you a ton of momentum. Yeah, okay. So on the counter hit, drive rush 5 HP, you have 2 MP. If I can time it right. It's a bit tricky. That's probably your second best option. You see how this creates space on the screen for Terry to throw out a fireball? Or maybe he'll get like a +1 block burn knuckle, so you want to put yourself in situations where you're removing the strong options that the opponent can do, which means you're removing the risk that you're taking it in the game. Okay, 1 drink. That's just unfortunate. Dive kick will lose to a lot of random buttons, so you have to be careful when you use it. It used to be a lot worse in Season 1. That dive kick was insanely bad. I'm just talking about the hitbox. Or the extended hitbox, or the dive kick. Okay. Holding this position is really, really nice. So here, if I were you, I would just go straight into level 2. That's what I would do. And that's just corner, level 4 Jamie. And you have the command grab mix up, safe jumps. It's a very good way to snowball when you get a good chance to do so. So you make sure if you have a safe jump, you always take the safe jump. So right here you should be... yeah, going for the safe jump. And this might even kill actually. Let's see. Whoops. I think this is the better combo starter. Yes, much better. Anyway. Okay. So now, whenever the opponent has below 3 bars of drive, I'm going to be trying to think about how can I burn this guy out. It might be level 2 OD Wrecker, SA2 on block, that's a good way. It might be another drive impact, that honestly is quite good if you catch like a tap parry. Or if you catch the recovery of a tap parry. That was something I was labbing. Because that's like 2 bars plus another bar if you want to drive impact afterwards. Or you can go into SA3 when they're burnt out, or burn them out with SA3 and get a stun after SA3 is ended. That's also very strong. So when you're backing up like this, don't give Terry players the space that they need to make their burn knuckle plus on block. So make sure they're actually kind of playing more at this range, not way back here. Because there's a sweet spot, maybe here, where the burn knuckle is plus. So, I mean, it's going to be a decision on whether or not you want to back up a lot and fast, so that you have the time to go for a full screen drink, or you keep the pressure going and just play in your 5MK range and look for a nice conversion. I mean, also this Terry would be throwing out fireballs a little bit more as well throughout the whole game, which he's not doing, so this Terry matchup could be a lot worse. Okay. This is my preference when it comes to drive rush cancelling, just always going for the throw. And the reason is, if the opponent is assuming a throw might happen, you know, there's the shimmy that you can go for, which would also kill the opponent as well, mid-screen. Your opponent could have swapped sides with you and put you in the corner. That might have been game losing. So make sure you're always conscious when you jump. This jump was completely unnecessary. So make sure you're staying on the ground unless you have a good reason to jump. Okay, command grabs unlocked. Challenging that burn knuckle is actually a good idea, but you need to be closer to Terry to make the burn knuckle minus. So here's not the... You want to be playing here. Kind of around this range. You don't want to be back here. This is plus button knuckle. Okay. The same mix-up worked again. I guess keep doing it. And now that you're drink level 4, you should have the damage to kill the opponent of the next interaction. This is definitely worth doing. So maybe you have level 2. This might be better. Maybe this goes. Not quite. But it's always important to think about when you have lethal. Yeah. In other words, it's just, at this point, you just want to win in one interaction. Because each time you interact with the opponent, you give them a chance to win. Okay. Terry got knowledge checked? That happens at Masters as well. It's always very funny to see that. I wonder if you can walk back. Yeah, make sure you look out for the 5 HK punish counted. I mean, that was also... So... If you want a poke of 2MK, just buffer a driver's cancel behind it. So that you can go into your Shan Shao combo and get a drink. Use Drive Rush 2 OP instead of Drive Rush 5 HP. Okay, nice drink. The double drink was a bit risky, but it worked out. This was a Paris palm. You just thought, fuck it, OD palm. Now, in most cases, this doesn't work and you just waste 2 bars. So I would be cautious when you use OD palm. You really have to observe the opponent and make sure you're using it at a time where they won't block in, which will come with time and experience. But the main point is staying above 3 bars of drive all the time. So I believe here you have 5 HP. That's a cheeky thing you can do there. 5 HP the vault move. Caution told me that a long time ago. That fireball is low. Terry has some very scary corner pressure. It's very hard to deal with. Yep. That is completely reasonable. You do have to take some sort of gamble when you're in the corner. But obviously in the future, don't put yourself in the corner, as that would be a death sentence. Okay, game number 2. Overall, it's not looking too bad. I would just say, if you're going to be spending your resources, make sure you fully commit to offense. Oh no, there's been a typo. Let me know if there's a fix. Okay, moving on to game number 3. Oh wait, this was a new Terry, okay. 2 different Terrys. Okay. Another tricky part about Terry is that he can space a fireball in such a way where he'll tap parry whiffs and he can drive rush punish counter throw you. So I'll let you know if that happens.
Get ready.
Everyone start jump. Anti-air with light arrow kick. Okay. Make sure you're in the training mode and you practice this. You need to have this combo down. I mean, it doesn't have to be Shen Shao, it's just making sure that you punish this without a driver's cancel. I mean, your other option is also good. That's not too bad. So, in other words, you have a guaranteed punish here. So why spend the 3 bars on a driver's cancel? Save that for something you're trying to whiff punish. Because you always want to be saving your drive meter at every opportunity. because later in the round, you're building up your resources and the chance that you'll have lethal on the next interaction will be higher and higher. And the more resources you save, the higher the opponent's HP can be to kill them. And if you recklessly spend your resources, sometimes you'll miss an opportunity to kill the opponent, which will lead to more interactions, which will introduce risk, random DI, random SA3, random ODDP, and so on, random jump, random neutral jump. All of these things you have to do your best to avoid. Not too bad. After all, going from level 0 to level 1 drinks is the most important thing for Jamie. That's the #1 goal you need to hit every round. So after a knockdown happens, generally the opponent's mental stack has been cleared and they will be more ready for dealing with approaches in the air. So an anti-air is probably going to be very consistent for them. So one option you can do is go for the maybe, I mean, you'll have to find the, yeah, something like that. Instant dive kick. Wait. Okay. Anyway. I'm doing quarter circle back, holding up forward and kick at the same time. And I'm buffering that quarter circle back during the animation of drink. So that's step 1. And then step 2 is just doing jump forward and kick. It's very useful. I can't do this in neutral. Like walking backwards and forwards, the instant dive kick, I'm not too good at that. But I will do it behind a drink or a 5HK, something slow. Anyway, that is a trick that you can do to maybe get a punish count of 5HK, or bait out a reversal, or bait out an anti-air. It's useful to have. So this wasn't the worst dive kick. But what I just showed you is just reducing risk. Because ideally you do the light dive kick to show the opponent that you could dive kick, maybe with a heavy dive kick. You know, it's you jumping up them and then changing your air trajectory is a mix-up. And the more mental pressure you can apply to the opponent at any given time, the better. There is a gap here. That's an option you can do, and there's no gap. I like to do this instead. Sorry, it's OD. It sets up that spacing trap. But doing this is probably the safer option, but it costs 3 bars instead of 2. I would prefer spending 2 bars. Although it's not as safe. Oh, can you just grab this? That's a punish cannon throw. You know, you get drive rush overheads. Something like that. But no, because no answers. Oh, hey DJ. Yeah, I haven't set up my phone as a second monitor, so I'll have to tab a little bit more. I'll keep an eye on the chat a bit more. Well, that's just an anti-air. That's a light arrow kick. I mean, the other option that you can do. Oh, you don't have. So if you had a bit more drive, you can drive rush under the opponent and go for a 2 LP. And that covers a few different options. If they don't jump, they have to block 2 LP and it's your turn. And if they jump over you, you will have enough time to light an arrow kick. This would be your ideal. Let me go into the safe jump and start building your resources back. That would be the ideal thing to do. So because you're this low on drive, going for a parry is also risky because that would burn you out. And that's happened to me a few times, where I've looked for a parry and I missed it, and I burnt myself out and got myself stunned. It's a very, very tough position to be in. But all of this can be avoided. If you take this into account when you plan, when you have your flowchart, you have your general structure or decision making, you should factor in, will I be in the corner? Will I be burnt out in this next decision? And that's how you adjust and minimize your risk. Is this a punish count on the throw? No. Okay. Okay. You can, on a back throw like this, go for a DI. That is a meaty DI, by the way, so you can catch some opponents off guard by doing that. Nice overhead. Oh, Jesus. It clashed. Okay, that was a panic DI. I mean, it can work. But you sort of have to read the flow of the battle. And by that I mean, you're using DI when your opponent doesn't have the mental stack to react to it. So, generally in the corner, I would like to think that more risky options will come out from the opponent. So I'll try and be more ready for it. Try and confirm this into Drake. You can also just fully commit to the Wrecker on block, and the second or third hit might actually hit, because why would you go for the third hit of Wrecker? That's like -20, and that's some high level mind games for you to secure to secure a drink in a bad situation, like when your record gets blocked. I wonder if you can... Oh, nice. Oh, wait, the timing. Since you like using 2 HP, why not try that one out? And the trick to that is you have to hold 2, not 3. So I mean, like, you're holding down for the SA1, or the SA1 will come out if you're holding down. And if you want the heavy arrow kick, you have to hold down forward. Otherwise, when you do the motion input, if you're holding down, you'll get SA1. So now if you can do that, that will be very useful for the SA2 and SA1 cash out combo in the corner. That's one of Jamie's more advanced cash out combos, but it can kill the opponent when they're around 6 bars of drive. So around here, it's definitely worth loading that combo. Anyway. Oh. Crouch shoot. Oh yeah, it's DPable, yeah. Yeah. I'd be going for a walk-up throw here. You spend 3 bars of drive, and you desperately need that drink. You haven't had a drink in 4 seconds. You know, you gotta be level 1 as fast as possible. Okay, nice. A drive rush here after a knockdown is the same as a jump. It's going to be very risky. There's going to be a good chance you'll get checked. Or this will happen, which is even worse because you side-swapped with the opponent, you put yourself in the corner. Yeah. That was a nice jump. It's very unfortunate that you didn't land on the other side. Well, I suppose every character has their plus unblock neutral skip button, don't they? Unless you're Jamie. Then you actually have to space it, so... Jamie is an honest character. You actually have to space your neutral skip options. Personally, if I was designing a fighting game, any neutral skip would cost some kind of resource or any mix-up. Okay. We're just in the corner, huh? Yeah. Wait a second. So you get stuck in the corner here. That would have been very nice. So learn to hit confirm your light attacks into your specials. Because going for overhead here doesn't get you out of the corner. Uncheckable drive rush. Drive rush 5 HP. It's not good, DJ. Like, drive rush 5 HP is not good. It's only good on a punish counter or a counter hit. I don't want to say it's not good. Obviously, it is good, but for the bigger picture, the risk and reward is not great because it loses to jumps. And technically, you can check it, you know, if you're not sleeping at the wheel. Okay, Frodo City. Good job blocking. Now that was something you can do here is you just accept that you're going to block and then just wait for a drive impact. If you get thrown, you get thrown. That's whatever, it's not going to kill you. Let's see. Now I believe there's something very spicy you can do here. Now this is burnout. Plus, it's a guaranteed stun. Maybe something like that would have been ideal. So here's a huge opportunity where you could have swung the game around. Yeah. I don't want to say this is like a diamond rank thing because people below 1500 play in a very sloppy way, so these sort of drive impacts, if you can be ready for them, you know. And Street Fighter 6 is very much the case of if you're consistent, you'll never let the opponent steal the momentum of the match. Because quite often, one mistake will have you push into the corner where you're guessing for your life. But if you're playing in a slow, methodical way, and you're checking drive rushes, you're checking jump-ins, and you're checking drive impact, all that's left is that the opponent actually has to interact with you and play neutral, which is what you want. Because hopefully, you are the better neutral player. And I would also remove some of the gimmicks that some characters have. Like Demon Flip. Okay. Well, since the second review there didn't work, that would be it for the Terry replays. Now I assume so. These next two matches are bullying the elderly, so I can only assume this is JP. So. Okay. I should actually replay myself. There was 1 or 2 games in my ranked session last night when I was like, yikes, you know, like what am I doing? Or every time I push a button, it's not working. So oh well. It's probably me not giving a fuck and just pushing buttons, because why not? And inevitably losing very quickly for it. Oh, huge. So if you have the situational awareness where you've missed the parry. Like the parry is not blocking anything, or it's like you spaced this drive rush. Just, I mean, it's kind of like a whiff punish drive rush. Anyway, let's see what you do with this. Yikes! Absolutely nothing. Okay, that was 2 HP into whatever combo. You can drink here. Yeah, if you don't respect JP, you can just drive rush and counter hit him quite consistently, and then they'll start to use the medium range portal or light range portal. So that was a light arrow kick missed. Okay, that wasn't the Shen Shao combo for a drink and +4 in the corner. Another punish counter, driver 5 HP, that's crazy. I mean, oh fucking hell. I mean, I'm thinking you do drive rush, punish counter 5 HP, and you do 2 HP DI just to burn him out in the corner. There really should be like a second pop-up that just says, "Are you sure you want to cancel this replay?" Because it's right next to the take control of the character. Anyway. I didn't think Spike would go that high. Dive kick loses again to... What's that, a jump light? Jump light kick? Yeah. Wow, I guess you just have to go for a better option in the air. Oh, is this the punish counter portal? So what if you just 5 HK here? Okay, it's not quite a punish counter. Oh, perfect parry. I mean, you know what would have been better? I'm gonna have to use a different... yeah, something like this would be good. Oh, that doesn't kill. I wonder if this kills. It does. So that was a lethal you missed. Anyway, moving on. No Shan Shao combo. I think if the JP is this low, I probably wouldn't be respecting Amnesia. Or is it? I'd just be mashing 5 MP on him. Very nice. I mean, it'd be better if you got a drink after that. I can see why you said you were bullying this guy. I think every drive rush 5 HP has been close to a counter hit or a punish counter. That is unfortunate when that happens. The opponent jumps and they get a bad juggle and it throws off your combos. Very unlucky. Okay. At least they're not in the corner. JP pressed the JP button and you lost. Okay. I would have used level 2, but that's just me. Let's see. Wow, he was dead either way. Okay. Replay number 2. This is possibly the second game. Let's see how JP adapts, or maybe he doesn't. I heard that in the JP Discord, JP struggles against Jamie, or people have trouble against Jamie. Which is very funny, but top tier is struggling against Jamie. There's probably some very simple adjustments that the JP player can make that'll shut down the easy counterplay Jamie has, I assume. Missed your light arrow kick, anti-air. No drink. That is a mistake. Sure, not going for drinks. Oh, right. So, what would have been better here? You can dodge that with jump 5 MP if you time it properly. Yeah, so there was a buff at some point, and Jamie's 2 MP can now go into OD Palm, so make sure you do that. Because +1 or -1 Oki in the corner might as well be useless. If you're going to bait something, you might as well be ready for the best outcome possible. So here I would be pressing 2 MP or 5 HK. Something like that. Alright, I'm gonna have to delay this. Wow. Maybe something like that. You can go for a double drink. You want to be a bit more flashy. Great anti-air. Not sure. So instead of a safe jump, you do nothing. Then you drive rush cancel. You're like, oh no, I need pressure. Well, you get your pressure from your safe jump that you didn't take. Okay. That was good at kills. You probably could have killed on the amnesia punish counter. So if I were you, I'd be going for the throw drink here. Preferably off a drive rush 2 LP, not off a drive rush 5 LP. 5 HP, sorry. No save jump. No safe jump again. And it's unfortunate. So if you're gonna make a read, it's much better to do. Oh. Does this not reach? 2 HP, jump 2 HP doesn't work. Okay. Wow, you had some better options there. If you go for a forward or vertical jump, 5 MK. Nice. Okay. Well, I suppose you're not going for the safe jump just in case JP does the, amnesia. So I suppose it does make a little bit more sense. But either way, if you do go for the forward jump, JP still has to guess. And that's a bit easier than you manually timing. Oh. I wonder if you had... I guess not, it's unfortunate. Oh, you missed lethal there. Yeah, we should have killed him now. If I'm gonna throw out a button, I need to be ready for what happens next. But you're in such an advantageous position. You could probably So you could probably drivers cancel this kick no matter what. Let's mix up number 1. Then you could go into level 2, have another mix up. Yeah, but you could definitely leverage your resources to close out this game. But what happened here? Okay, you went into SA3. So, you can somewhat ignore what I just said, but going into SA3 from Rekka has some awful scaling. So I would avoid that as much as possible. In this case, you're killed, so it's fine. But generally, we want to be aiming for the best combo starters we can aim for, so that we can kill the opponent from the highest amount of HP possible. So there has been some cases where Rekka going through SA3 hasn't killed. And then I'm like, oh, this isn't good. And then my opponent has 1 or 2 more chances to win a round and reset the round, and I'll be potentially looking at a round 3 without any super meter, and that would be quite rough. Anyway, it just goes to show that if you're diamond rank or 1500, there's a lot of small opportunities that if you don't take advantage of, you can definitely lose games, because the future consequences of you missing those opportunities are just a bit too dire. I think I will do one replay. Let's see. I guess I'll just do it myself. Trying to find a game that I lost. Here we go. I'm pretty sure this was a game where I played very bad. Let's see. So after this, that'll probably be it for the replay reviews. Maybe I'm walking back too much here. I can't whiff punish at this range. And yeah, I get zoned both fireballs. Well, that should be driver-ish to LP. I press when he's plus. I was a bit desperate to get out of the corner, but my jump worked. I suppose my flowchart in the corner is try and time a 2LP to stuff something out, and if that doesn't work, or if it does work, hold up forward and jump out. What happened there? Oh, I tried to throw him. I was under the assumption that that was not a hit. I've controlled the wrong player. Yeah, that's what I should have done. But yeah, I was like, 5MK gets blocked and I go for the grab. And I had throw loop pressure in the corner. I tried the 5 HP then. Or like block 3 attacks and then mash 5 HP seems to... It worked very well in Diamond. I guess I'll have to be a bit more careful in Master Rank. Okay. Probably could have parried that. Oh wait, no, I have Drive Impact, but I was too low HP. Oh, that was a safe parry. Okay. I missed. Oops. I missed my cross up there. I'm out of range for another light, so I would have had to drive rush cancel to do anything here. I seem to be drive rushing into that a lot. Oh, there was no 5MK there. Oh, that was tricky. Maybe it doesn't hit. Yeah, I'm panicking a bit. And I get a bit sloppy. Go for the... Go for the DI. So right here I go for 2MK. Was I just pressing it too slow? I was just pressing it too slow. Yeah. I suppose if I'm gonna contest, I better make sure I am mashing. Okay. That was just me pressing 2MK too slow. You just don't think about these things in ranked. How fast am I pressing buttons? So, yeah. Which I suppose is why you should keep it simple. Okay. And I bet this Luke is like, this Jamie's a moron. What is he doing? Free MMR for me. Grab rush to LB. Okay. I blocked the wrong way. Silly me. Oh. It was I spaced that sweep actually. It was this was like the max range sweep. So I missed this. The only problem with trying to do that is that it doing the 5 HK punish counter is actually you have to delay it so you don't get the target combo on sweep, which makes this quite tricky to do. Okay, my favorite frame trap. Ooh, I was not expecting this, and this was the light DP. Or should have just done that. Go for the safe jump. Because 5 HK is quite slow. That was definitely a mistake. If I was patient, Luke was burnt out. I had the drive to parry projectiles. I was actually in an okay spot there. I just decided to risk it all on a back high. Ooh, did I miss? Do I have a... I mean, I probably do. Maybe with a bit more experience in the matchup, I'll know that whiffs. Anyway. Okay, he's walking back now from the frame trap. I got very lucky there. That could have been bad. Okay. I try and go for burnout, but he parries it. He actually parries it. Thank God I wasn't perfect parried. Like with the... You have to block correctly now with the perfect parry. Oh. That's a bad habit for me playing sober, Jamie. Going for this racket stuff a little bit too much. Oh. I could have killed here. Yeah, I had that. I'll go for the fake jump and bait out the tap parry. That's also okay. Ooh, no anti-air. Okay, he does nothing. Oh no. Wow. I did nothing with that +8 there, and the counter hit. It was annoying because I was out of range of 2 MP. So I normally longer range buttons are slower, so yeah, I wasn't thinking. 2 MK is +7 frames, it's quite fast. 2 MP is only 6 frames. Oh Jesus Christ. Dive kick loses. Okay, I'm just buying time here. Waiting for the Luke to do something. Oh. Oh, how plus am I? Should have parried that. I can't DI because Luke has SA3, you can cancel into it. I used my 2. Well, my medium kick was not spaced properly. I think you have time to block actually if you space it properly. I was also confused here. He's like not. Oh, this was quarter circle back. Oh, he messed up his quarter circle input. Okay. Maybe 5 HP would have been better. I was a bit scared that because that 5M, the jump 5MK whiffed. It's not my turn. Yeah, I would have something like this. Well. Yeah. Guess I should listen to my instincts a bit more, because that was a case of I wanted to 5 HP, but I was like, well, maybe I'll 2 MP. So that could have secured me the game there. But I wasn't playing as bad as I thought I did. During my ranked session, I was like, wow, that guy just completely stomped me, but it wasn't the case. There was definitely a few. I mean, not parrying the charged heavy knuckle. You know, the big haymaker swing. So, but I do see this, but you know, I can't be bothered. It's probably like I guessed wrong. OD SPD. I can't be bothered to review that. You know, I guessed wrong 3 times. I died. Anyways, that concludes the replay review. So if you want to improve your Jamie, give me a match idea in the comments, let me know, or ping me on the Discord, and I'll happily review your Jamie games for free, because this is my hobby, This is slightly more enjoyable than playing Street Fighter 6 itself. Anyway, ciao, until next time.